Hi guys, today I'm coming to you with a diet-friendly citrus salsa recipe as part of the March Madness collab with the YouTube Mommy Meetup Facebook group. To start off, you're going to need 2 large oranges. I'm just going to peel the one and chop it up into small pieces so that I can add it into my salsa. You always want to make sure that there's no seeds in your orange. Obviously, you don't want the seeds in your salsa. The size of the chunks of oranges you use is up to you. As you can see here, I wanted mine a little smaller. After eating it, I wish I would have cut them just a little bit smaller, but they still were very good. For the second orange, I'm just going to cut it in half and put one half to the side, peel the other half, and chop it up to add it to our salsa. Tomatoes. I'm using 4 Roma tomatoes. It is up to you what kind of tomatoes you use. You just want to chop them up. And my favorite tip, have a garbage bowl near you when you're doing this. I forgot it in the beginning, but it was definitely needed. You want to put the tomatoes in a strainer over a bowl so that you can get all the extra liquid out of it. You don't want your salsa to be too watery. You can give your tomatoes a little shake just to get some of the liquid out, and I'm just going to let it sit there while I chop the rest of the vegetables and stuff that needs to go into the salsa. As you can see, the size of my tomatoes are not uniform. It's all up to you. I'm not a perfectionist about it. You're also going to need some jalapeno for this salsa. I'm only going to use 1 this time, but usually I do use 2, only because this is for dinner tonight and my kids do not like overly spicy, so I remove all the seeds and chop the jalapeno up very small and add it into the salsa. I think it gives it a good kick. You're also going to need cilantro. Again, this is something to taste. You put as much as you think you would like. Some people really like cilantro, some don't. I happen to like it a lot, so I added this much when I made it, and then when I served it later, I did add some more. And now I'm going to shake out my tomatoes to get the juice out and add them into my salsa, and you're going to give it a good mix. If you're like me, you can use your hands. I'm a very hands-on cook. I kind of eyeball it because I've been making this for years, but I would say it's about maybe a 1/4 cup, and then some salt. This is to taste. I think I put maybe a teaspoon or more, but you want to just taste it and see how it tastes. You also want to squeeze the rest of the orange and add some orange juice into there. This gives it a good flavor. I also want to add that usually I would add about half of a white onion in this, but my kids do not like raw onions, so that is why I left it out. So at this point, you just want to give it a good mix. At this point, I'm going to add in a little bit of minced garlic. I put about a teaspoon in there and give it a good mix. You want to do this to your taste, so this is something at this point that you want to just keep tasting and see if it has the flavor you like. And next, I'm going to add in some dried oregano. I put about a teaspoon in there and give it another mix. And that is everything in your salsa. Now, you're going to cover this up and refrigerate it. When it comes out of the refrigerator, it'll have a different flavor, so you can add more salt, more lime juice, and sometimes the oranges lose their sweetness, so you can add some sugar. And just for a bonus, here's a quick way to make some tortilla chips. I took some white corn tortillas and I cut them with a pizza cutter into triangles and placed them on a baking sheet. I didn't use any oil to make this a little more diet friendly, and I put them in a single layer. I'm going to bake them at 450 for about 6 minutes on one side, and then you can flip them over and just bake them until they're crispy. Just keep a really close eye on them. They burn very easily. Thanks so much for watching. If you try this salsa out, please leave a comment down below and let me know. and give me a thumbs up if you'd like to see more recipe videos from me. I'll leave all the links for all the other wonderful mommies doing this collab in the more info bar below, and if you haven't already, please subscribe.